Perhaps no new development in space is more significant than this. ERTS, short for Earth, Resources, Technology, Satellite.
There's a beautiful anagram that I use to discuss the universe with my students. The universe, understandment, NASA, invisibility, vector, electricity, rings, and end. This is the end of the anagram. So the universe spells it out. It's easy to remember the word universe if you remember those 7 words. There are hundreds of stars in the sky, and all you have to do is look with your eyes.
Thrusting outward into space, we gain new perspective on ourselves. How beautiful it is, our cloud-wreathed spaceship, planet Earth. How beautiful and how small.
What is that thing out there? Is that a star or is that a moon? You know, some people don't give a shit about that. I really take pride in teaching youngsters about the universe and the cosmos. You are gonna die and you are a tiny little dot. And we're both gonna die together. I'm gonna die holding you.
The Western Test Range in California, July 23rd, 1972. Perhaps no new development in space is more significant than this. ERTS, short for Earth, Resources, Technology, Satellite. At Goddard Space Flight Center at Greenbelt, Maryland, the Operations Control Center monitors the spacecraft's flight night and day, watching every element of its operation and issuing orders that control its performance. The color-additive viewer is all but indispensable for many investigators. Among them, NASA's senior geologist, Dr. Nicholas Short.
The color-additive viewer is an instrument that uses color filters to enhance certain features of an image we're particularly interested in. For instance, here's a black and white picture of the Monterey Bay area in California, produced by the infrared channel on the ERTS multispectral scanner. Now, if we project this image through a green filter, the lighter gray tones, which are vegetation, such as the farm areas in the Great Valley, will show up more green. By combining different spectral images and trying different filters, we can get a wide variety of effects and choose the one that's best suited to our needs.
We here at Dartmouth are concerned about a pressing social and economic problem, urban sprawl, and conversely, with a disappearing resource, open land.
Our general area of interest is that highly urbanized section of the eastern seaboard, which extends from Boston southward to Washington, and to which has been given the name megalopolis. Our specific area of interest is the New England section of it.
Increasingly, the spreading problems of megalopolis require a broader base treatment than that of individual metropolitan areas. This is an ERTS photograph of southeastern New England, Long Island Sound, the Atlantic Ocean, the face of Cape Cod, and Boston. By enlarging this area, which corresponds to the state of Rhode Island, we can make a land use map of that area.
ERTS, a new chapter in space, is in fact a new chapter in man's effort to prove himself worthy of his earthly heritage.
Tell my students that if you could count the stars in your hand, you're just getting started counting how many stars there are. if you can picture a star, imagine a basketball or a small baseball that becomes larger to be the size of a basketball, and then quadruple it. And now you're looking at.
What are you compared to a comet? Son, I'm so disappointed that you don't give a shit about what Daddy does during the day and what he talks about with his friends. Can we live on the sun? No! You can't, because it's a hot fire inferno.
Good way to remember the solar system. I teach my children this. Is use a steeple configuration with your fingers, and you just simply rattle them off one by one. Earth, Mars, Venus, Saturn, Mars, Venus, planet, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and then there's Rectus 9, and there's a good planet. Then there are all these beautiful new planets that have just been discovered outside within our sun. For example, the Tripod, and there's a very small planet, can't be seen, wet planet. There's a planet made of a wheel or a tire, and we have no evidence that these planets exist. But the data shows, our tortograph shows that we can that they do exist, because the probability is they do, and not that they don't.